Hi guys, I'm Vatsal Vora. I'm a software engineer, and I'm really committed to empowering people to live successful lives and lead successful careers through technical skills. And for that purpose, I'm going to create a 3-part video series on how to develop a simple iOS game. And yeah, this is the start of the journey. So let's see. So in the beginning, I wanted to kind of show, like, after this whole project is done, what it's going to look like. This is it. So we're gonna create a new repository, new project, using Xcode. So we're gonna select the create a new Xcode project. Then, since we're creating a game, we're gonna create the game, or select the game template option. Then we're gonna put in the name of our game, which is gonna be Butterfly Chase. Then we select our team, then our organization name, and then our organization identifier. It can be anything. I've chosen Vora Entertainment. And then we're going to deselect the include UI tests and include unit tests option because we just want the bare template, the minimum. Then we're going to select a place to save our code. I chose the documents folder. It'll also create a Git repository when you create the initial template, so that's good. And yeah, there you have it. Our initial template or initial code is ready. And this screen lists some of our basic application settings. So what we're going to do now is add all of our game assets, but first we're going to clear everything out. And game assets are nothing but all the images and music that we need to use in our game. So we're going to click import, and we're going to import the app icon set. This is like to create the app icon that shows up on your screen. And what this is just like different image sizes for a particular image. Or we've chosen a butterfly. And then we're going to create an image set for the background. We're going to name it sky. And then we're also going to change the scale to a single scale, and we're gonna use a SVG. But in Xcode, we need to import the SVG as a PDF. So we're gonna import that now, the background.pdf. And then after this, we're going to add the asset for our music. And so yeah, we do that the similar way. We import the music file. CAF is the audio format that iOS prefers, Xcode prefers, and then we need to make sure that we click Add to Target, so it shows up when we run. So first thing we're going to do is remove all the extra code from the template. So yeah, there's 3 functions for touch up, touch down, touch moved, and then there's a function for loading the initial scene. So we're just gonna get rid of everything in there. Yeah, getting rid of all the code for the labels, extra code for the spinny node, and the extra variables. And then we're gonna define our variable for the background image, and it's gonna be a sk sprite node. Sprite nodes basically let us add images and give us some more option. It's like a game object. Yeah, and then so in the did move function, that is the function that first runs when the game starts. So in here we're gonna define the information for the background object, and we're gonna basically set it to the equal to the we're gonna ask it to load the file that we defined in the assets, and that file is called sky. And then we have to set some other properties of the background object, uh, such as basically the size of the image. So we want the background image to fill up the entire screen. So we get the size of the screen from the view object, and what we're going to do is set the background size equal to the size of the view, and we also need to set a z position, which is like the in the xy plane z is the third plane, and we need to set it above the base plane, and we need to also make sure that any other sprites we create, we set it to a higher z position so the background image can remain in the background. And then at the end we add the background sprite node to our scene. And we also need to make sure that the scene takes up the entire space that is available to us. Um, and we're also setting a base color for the scene, which is when we're going to keep it black. And then we're going to set the size of the scene to the full view, or to the full space that we have available. And another nice feature of Xcode is autocomplete. So when you're trying to look for the particular property, it'll give you different options to find what you're looking for. So yeah, we set it to the size of the UI, the main UI screen. Next thing we're going to do is we want to run this on our iPhone. You have to connect your iPhone through a USB, and then make sure you're trusting the computer. And then when you click run, it'll go onto your phone. But first, when you're running for the first time, you need to make sure in your device management you say that you're trusting this application. So yeah, after you've trusted the application, and we have a background image that is filling the entire screen. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add music to our game, some background music. So we have to create another sprite node for the music. Yeah, and this is going to be an SK audio node. The audio node will load the audio file for us into the application. And yeah, we had defined the audio file as music.caf as before. So we need to load that audio file into our variable, music variable. And so yeah, we're setting it to the SK audio node, and we're building it based on the file name music.caf. Yeah, and then there's some properties that we have to share. We have to set correctly for it to work in our application. One is like we want the music to play on a loop, and then we also have to set a property called is positional to false, because we don't want the position of the audio to change. We're not using 3D audio. And then the final thing we have to do is give this audio node a play action, so that it'll start playing in the beginning. So yeah, we define that using sk action, and then we have to run that on our music node. And yeah, now we have defined our code for playing the music, and we're adding it to the scene. And then yeah, we're going to click play now and run it on our phone. So we were able to add a background and a background image and background music. Let's see how it looks on our phone. Pretty cool. Alright. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and give me new ideas in the comments.